Hello friends, I'm going to do a little something different today. I sold 2 items on eBay yesterday. It just happened to be Black Friday. I don't think that's why I sold the things. And I don't really have a big inventory on eBay right now. I'm planning on getting that kind of boosted up here in the next coming weeks. But I happened to sell 2 items yesterday. And back when I did my original side hustle video a few weeks ago, I had a couple of people in the comments ask me about eBay, how to ship things on eBay. It seems that people were intimidated. They had thought about selling on eBay, but they were intimidated by the whole process of charging for shipping, how to know what to charge for shipping, how to package things, and how to ship them. So I thought I would show you my 2 items that sold yesterday and just kind of give you an overview, show you what I bought, how much I paid for them, tell you where I got them, and then walk you through an on-screen kind of tutorial of how to ship on eBay. So I'm going to do that today, and I hope that you find it helpful, or somebody out there should find it helpful. Okay, the first thing I'm going to show you is this Carhartt. See that Carhartt? I bought this Carhartt coat. It's like a barn coat. It's in perfect distressed condition. This is how they come, and this is in really great shape. It's in size extra large, which is also a really desirable size in the reselling community. And the only thing wrong with it, which I did show on the listing, it's the other sleeve. There is a little bit of paint on the cuff. And I did put that on the listing and took a really nice detailed picture of it. So the person who bought it knows that it is not perfect, but it is in really great shape with that little bit of paint on the sleeve. So I'm going to show you on eBay the listing, and then talk about where I got it, what I paid for it, all that good stuff. Okay, the second thing that I sold yesterday on eBay was this box set of Percy Jackson and the Olympians by Rick Riordan. And these are first edition. And if you see down at the bottom, they're the Disney version. I guess they're first edition. First edition of the Disney version. If you don't know this, this is a series kind of geared to kind of like a Harry Potter type. It's kind of a fantasy series geared toward older kids and young adults. I think it came out in the 90s. My kids listened to it on audiobook when we were traveling. And then later, Disney made a series of movies on the series of books. So this set, I paid $0 for. It happened to be in a box of books that were left in a house that I bought. And I'm going to tell you in just a minute, I'm going to show you what I sold this for. But if you see, that's the cover. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, book 5. The thing is, the Disney mark on there. So let me show you my eBay page. Here's my eBay homepage, and I am signed in. You can see here I've got this alert on the front page, 2 paid, ship now. So I'm just going to click there. It's going to take me to my eBay orders. Now, first, I just showed you this Carhartt. The sales price was $85. Here's the jacket that I sold yesterday. I sold it for $85, and that shipping, that's actually calculated shipping based on my location. So whoever looks at this, it's going to be calculated shipping based on their location. I bought this jacket for $10 from a Goodwill store a couple of months ago, and I looked up sold listings and I priced it at $85. I priced it at a good price because I knew that I was not too motivated. I wanted to wait and get the most I could for it. I've had a couple of offers in the last couple of months, I think maybe 3, between $55 and $65, and I declined all of those. So it finally sold yesterday on Black Friday for $85. Now, when I get ready to ship this, I go back to that eBay orders page, and I'll just click shipping, get shipping label. Here in here you see the weight is already pre-populated in here, as well as the package size. I did that when I did the listing, and I'll show you that as well. And all you have to do is go down, tell when you're going to ship it. I think I'm going to do it Monday because it's afternoon here and my post office is already closed. So USPS Priority Mail is what I had on the listing. And you can see here the price for shipping is $13.61 for this zip code. What you can't see over on the right, because it's right under the shipping address, is that the buyer paid $13.61 for shipping. So this is what they paid for. So this is how I'm going to ship it. The good thing about priority mail, USPS priority mail, is that the shipping boxes are free and you can get them from the post office, or you can go to the USPS.com website and order them to be shipped to your house for free, and you can get all different kinds of sizes. There's envelopes, bubble envelopes, all different kinds of boxes. There's flat rate boxes and there's boxes that are not flat rate. And that's what I'm going to use to ship this. So when I get ready to do this, over on the, you can't see, but to the right of this total here, there's a button that says purchase shipping label. Let me go down, I'll show it to you. I've got a large priority mail box. This is the largest size. It says in the corner, large mailing box. It's 12 inches by 12 inches by about 8 inches deep. And I'm going to use this box to ship the jacket. You can get, if you use priority mail exclusively, which is very feasible depending on what you're mailing, you can get by with using all boxes and not have to buy any boxes. You do have to buy some shipping tape. Just buy clear shipping tape, and a dispenser is really handy, but you don't have to have the dispenser. And you need some mailing labels to print your mailing labels, which I'll show you. I'm gonna go and box up this jacket. Okay, I folded up the jacket in a nice little tight package, and I wrapped it in plastic wrap. This is just to protect it in case the box gets wet or anything like that. You can put it in a plastic bag if you want. And then I'm just gonna put it in the large box. There's plenty of room in here. I really didn't need a box this big, but I'm kind of running low on boxes. I need some more, but there's lots of room in there. Since it's a jacket, I don't feel the need to pad this anymore, but I also have a bunch of bubble wrap, different sizes that I got from, I think it's called bubblewrapboy.com or bubbleboy.com, something like that. So you can buy bubble wrap in bulk at cheap prices. And I'll put links to all this in the description. I'm going to tape up this box, and then we're going to weigh it, and then we're going to print the label. I've got a kitchen scale. A postal scale. I've got a postal scale somewhere, but this is a kitchen scale, which will also work if the item is not too heavy, because it only goes up to a certain amount, maybe 5 pounds. So I'm going to weigh this. I've got it set to pounds and ounces. And it is 3 pounds, 13 ounces. So as you can see on the listing, I put 4 pounds, so I'm just about perfect. Okay, I buy these, this is 8.5 by 12, 8.5 by 11, it's like the same size as a regular piece of paper, and it's like 2 labels per sheet. You can also buy these in bulk on eBay, or you can just go to Walmart and buy a pack of, if you just want to try this out, you can buy a pack of 25 of the Avery shipping labels. But I'm gonna put this piece of paper face down in my laser printer, and we're gonna print this label. There you go. So I printed the label. It's U.S. Priority Mail. I'm gonna stick it on this box. It's got the jacket in it. It's all taped up. It's got a label on it. It's got the correct postage on it. I just drop it off at the post office Monday. Done. Now I'm gonna show you real quick on the eBay listing how I did the settings for the shipping. I've only got one ship now left because I just shipped that one. After you print your label, after you purchase label, it automatically is going to mark that as shipped in your orders, and the buyer is going to have the tracking number emailed to them, so you don't have to do anything else but just take it to the post office. So I'm going to go back to that listing for that jacket and see all orders. I'm going to sell a similar item. I'm just going to show you how, when I did the listing, how I set up the listing. So I took a bunch of pictures. You can see here I took a bunch of I usually take the pictures on my phone, and I start the listing on my phone in the eBay app, and then I make it mark as, I pinned it, basically mark it as incomplete, and then I come back to my laptop after I've uploaded the pictures and do the rest of the listing, because I like to type on the computer better than I like trying to type on my phone. But this is my listing. That's the title, Vintage Carhartt. This is a J25 moss green. I looked this up. I looked up let me go back here and show you how I did that. Let's say Vintage Carhartt jacket. And I'm going to do a search. And then this is all the ones that are currently for sale. And up in the top right corner, go to Advanced, scroll down a bit, and click on Sold Items and search. And this is going to show us completed and sold listings of Carhartt jackets. This one looks pretty similar, but I didn't put in enough detail. I could have put in the, let's see, J25 moss. That's the color code. Oh, look, there's mine. Sold. There's mine, $85. Here's one down here that sold for $145. Of course, you remember mine had some paint on the sleeve. Here's a new one that's for $300. Whoops. Here's another green one. Wow. So these all sold this week. My price was low. So, Christmas shopping has started. It sat there for 2 months, marked at $85 and didn't sell. And then yesterday it was a deal for somebody. There's one for $77.59. Probably the same thing. They probably had it sitting there. Oh, it's got an embroidered name on it. Anyway, this is how you look at sold listings, so you can decide what to price your item at. I priced my item 2 months ago when nobody was shopping for Carhartt jackets, so it was priced kind of low, and that's why it sold yesterday for $85. But you can see now they are selling for more than that. I would look at it now and I would say, well, this one sold for $145 plus shipping. I might sell mine. I might put mine up for $120 because it's got the paint on the sleeve. But that's how I would price it. Anyway, so let's go back. So when you're setting up your listing, take some nice pictures. Maybe if you want to do a little bit of enhancing on your phone just to make them look nice and crisp and clear, not to make them look different than they are, just to kind of show the detail, like the stitching and the label and that kind of thing. I used one of the sold listings to help me decide what to name, what my title should be. Specifics, they kind of, because I found a sold listing that was just like mine, and I clicked sell one like this. So it will pre-populate a lot of this stuff, but just go through there, make sure that all that's correct. It's regular, extra large, cotton, men, green. There's a lot of stuff you can just leave blank. The condition is pre-owned. And then this is all I wrote. Very gently worn, near perfect condition, except for a paint stain on the right wrist cuff. Washed and ready to wear, smoke-free home. Now, I priced it, buy it now at $85. You also have the option to do an auction, and eBay will suggest prices for you based on other stuff that's sold. Suggested starting bid, you can see over here. It's going to suggest, if you're going to do an auction, you might want to start it there, and it might sell around there. I did buy it now. If there's a lot of other of the same item already for sale, I do buy it now. If you do an auction, you're going to sell it way too cheap sometimes. Buy it now. Medium sold price, they've got $77.50. That's the last 90 days. 85 immediate pay. I did allow offers on mine, but you can turn that off. Or you can leave it on and say, and you can put in your offer parameters, what you'll accept, and minimum offers that you'll entertain. So here's the shipping. There's a lot of options under here based on the things that I've used in the past. This is I want to calculate it based on the weight, USPS priority, 2 business day. And I put in this weight based on, what do you think, on the previously sold listing that I was using as my guide. They had theirs at 4 pounds, so I put mine as 4 pounds. And as you can see, I just weighed it. With the big box, it was 3 pounds, 13 ounces. So it's actually, and then again, this is not 25 inches, 12 inches. This is like the size of a bigger flat box, and I used a different size box. But anyway, that's how you do it. You just put in your shipping policy, whether you're going to do free shipping or calculated shipping. If it's calculated, you put in the weight and the dimensions of the package. And that way, and then you just come down and list it. When your buyers are looking at the listing, they will see a shipping price down here, and this is going to be based on their zip code. So they'll know how much up front they're going to have to pay for shipping. And if you've done your due diligence, you're going to get enough. They're going to pay for shipping, and it's not going to cost you anything to ship it. Sometimes, though, you might want to, as a kind of a promotion, you might want to offer free shipping on something, and then you'll just add more to the price to cover that. But I don't like to do that because shipping something to California is going to cost me a whole lot more than shipping something to Maryland. So anyway, so I have got this package ready to go. All right, I want to show you, I want to show you what this free box set of books sold for. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Rick Riordan, HC box set, first edition Disney. Remember, I showed you the Disney mark on there. $149. Good condition. Not excellent condition, not like new condition, just good condition. And the person, this is media mail because it's books, which is cheaper for the person to, for shipping. And then down here, for books, there's all these different item specifics. Again, I searched this book based on sold listings, what had already sold, and I was surprised to find, and I also searched by ISBN number, which is on the back of the book at the barcode. I searched by ISBN just to make sure I was seeing right, and I realized that this set was worth about $150. 6.5 pounds. First edition, I misspelled that, box set. All dust jackets are in good shape except for book 1, which has a tear that has been repaired with Scotch tape. Box has some slight wear on the edges, and the books are in great shape. See, you always describe accurately your item. Even if there's flaws, you have to describe them, because if you don't, somebody's going to request their money back, and it's going to be a huge pain in the butt. So I would do the same thing. They paid $9.88 for shipping. I'm going to ship it by U.S. Media Mail. I will weigh it also. I'm going to weigh this as well to make sure that I don't have it underweighed, because I want to make sure it's got enough postage on it. And then I'll print this just like I did the last one, and I'll put it in a box, and I will, point though, because it's media mail, it can't go in a priority mail box. So I'm going to have to find a plain cardboard box around here to put this in, and that won't be hard because I save a lot of boxes from my online orders. So I'll find an Amazon box, and I'll put that in there and take any existing stickers off of it, and I'll print this label for media mail and ship it on Monday, and voila. Same thing when I made the listing. I looked up sold listings, Like I just told you, I priced it at $149 on Buy It Now. It's probably been up there 6 weeks, but hey, yesterday was Black Friday and people are shopping. Somebody bought this set for $150 and they paid for shipping. Let me also show you the total for what I paid, what I'm going to get out of this sale. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, you can see. Um, Here's what my buyer paid: $149 plus $9.88 shipping plus tax. They paid $171.25. They are going to take out the sales tax, the transaction fees, $26, and that is 20% of my final earnings is what I think it's like. See, look, transaction fees are calculated at the time of sale. That's based on the sale price, and it depends on the category as to what amount it is. So I'm going to get $132.88 from eBay on this item that I got for free. So I hope that wasn't too hectic, and I hope it was helpful in some way for those of you who are wondering how in the world do you decide how to ship things on eBay? How do you decide what to charge? How do you decide what the shipping should be? How do you ship it? You don't have to take everything to the post office one by one and have them weigh it and like you can ship them at home. If you have a printer, you buy some two labels per page, 8.5 by 11 labels. You buy a tape gun, you get some USPS priority mailboxes. You can easily ship your eBay sales from home as long as they're not. Now, my son sold a giant hard case golf club bag that's made for traveling, like airplane travel with golf clubs. And it was like 4 feet long and 2 feet wide, and it was a big box. And so we had to kind of improvise and tape a bunch of cardboard boxes together to make a box for that. But most of the time, if you're just selling small and average size things or clothing or books or whatever from your house, you can use priority mailboxes and you can get them for free. And you can print your own labels at home and just carry your stuff all at once to the post office a couple times a week. It's not that hard. I hope that this has helped you feel confident. If you've been thinking about selling on eBay, you can handle it and you can do the shipping without too much of a hassle. So good luck and thanks for watching.